This is the main thing. We all do this in our daily routine. You get up in the morning, you get dressed, wash, go off to work, or do whatever your daily routine is, and hope it all goes smooth. But it doesn't always go smooth. Sometimes your car won't start, your bicycle might have a puncture in the wheel, or the road works, you get to work late, or if you've got children, one of them might be sick, they can't go to school, you can't go to work. Or you might be booking a holiday in La Rochelle and things go wrong. It's hard to do. So you have to be prepared for things to go wrong, and then you do your best to fix it. So it's all down to doing your best again. And you have to shuffle things around, juggle things around, and this is down to me when I've had children, all sorts of things used to happen. But my wife was really good at shuffling things around, school holidays, finding childminders, babysitters and all this stuff. And I just went, went along with it. And the children are big now, about 20, 30 years later, they're doing the same, shuffling things around, finding things, asking us for help. And that's what happens. You all do your best. And people don't realise you're doing your best until they have to do it themselves. There used to be a saying when I was young that if something really has to be done, if it's worth doing even badly. I think it was Chesterton or somebody, I was saying. Basically, if a job really has to be done, no matter how bad you are at it, you have to do it. And the example they gave was this leaking bucket, water leaking out. You can lose all the water unless you plug it in a handkerchief or a bit of paper or your thumb or whatever. Because you can't lose the water. And life is a bit like that too. You move into a house, first time ever, you've got a house. You try DIY, painting the ceiling and painting the walls, putting wallpaper up, all this sort of stuff you might never have done before. You might not have done as a drill, or done a washing machine. All these new things that you learn. You might be hopeless at some of it, or you might be really good at it. And again, you do your best. And after a while, you become good at some things you never thought you'd be good at. You think, oh, I'm really good at doing this. And other people might help you to put their shows up and get their lawn and whatever. So it's all about doing your best in whatever you're doing. Hobbies are like that as well. You have to choose a hobby. You do your best. You might try painting. You might find you've got a knack for it, and that is your main hobby. You do really well in that. Art exhibitions, or playing music, singing, join the choir, or you might be just happy going home and just playing the piano, just for your own amusement, and there's no sort of competitiveness about it. Can you relax? Knitting, sit in front of the TV, knitting. Some people knit a scarf, others might knit a pullover with sleeves and collars and things, whatever turns you on. But you're all just doing your best. A few years ago, I was watching Mastermind, and there was somebody on there who I knew from birth. He didn't win, but he was on it. So I tracked him down on LinkedIn. I said, well done, so you're Mastermind. And he replied back to me, and we met up for a meal, and we went out. We had a great time chatting about old times. And I said, oh, what was it like at Mastermind? He said, and he was all despondent about it. He said, I just couldn't think. I knew so many answers, but I just couldn't think from the tip of my tongue. I said, yeah, it doesn't matter. You were on Mastermind. Yeah, okay. Look, I said, you were on Mastermind. I'm happy just knowing somebody was on Mastermind. You actually were on it. And he just couldn't, he was still stewing over it after all this time. You're actually called Stuart as well. You couldn't get over the fact you didn't quite do it. And this is what happens, it's nerves. It's like in sport. There was McElroy the other week, and he did a wonderful shot. Must nearly got a hole in one. It's that far away. All you have to do is tap it in. And you missed it. Oh. It's still won the competition. But it's what happens, it's nerves, or it's just, you're not at your best on the day. And you see, the snooker one at the moment, I don't know if anyone's watching, there's the ones left are all top of the tree, they're all good, anyone can win. But one long pot, the other one gets on, and you can win. It doesn't mean you're no good, it just means he was better than you on the day because he did miss something and you did. Darts player, Luke, double top. this is it. The other guy comes in and beats it. It doesn't mean he's no good anymore. It just means someone else is better. And they've all done the best, but someone else's best is better than your best on that particular day. And what I like about all that is when someone's winning, and like the Andy Murray thing, he always used to come second, almost there, and at the end of it, if there's just down to 2 people, and the one who comes second has just lost. The TV reporter comes up, the TV cameras, and he's on national television. Well, shame he didn't win, but how do you feel? Do you want me to tell you? And they don't. And they don't say, I'm gutted, I want to go wide, get lost, and all this. And the money they would have earned, no, they're going to get half of that now because he didn't win. But they made a mistake on that night, and the other guy didn't. So the other guy won. But they don't do that. They actually, oh, well, actually, my opponent was very good. He worked really hard, he deserved to win. You know, I didn't play my best, and good luck to him. So they're very good about it. Now, I can admire that in somebody. They did the best, they all did the best. One wins, next time it might be your turn. Anyway, I've done my best. I'm not going to sit down and think how I could have done it better.